For this project, you're going to use the Notes app in the iPad. When you create a new note, please put your name at the top inside your class folder so that we can find you later on. Then you're going to use the Emoji keyboard to create a popular book or movie puzzle. You should have only 4 or 5. If you have more than 5 emojis in your emoji puzzle, this project will be more difficult for you, and it will also be hard to see your finished puzzle. Then you're going to take a screenshot using the power button and the home button at the same time. From there, in your screenshot, you'll drag from the corners of the crop function to crop your picture. Once it's cropped and everything else is out of the picture, you'll click Save to Photos. When you go back into your photos, it should be right there. You'll turn your iPad sideways. Now we want to make sure that our emoji can be as big as possible. On your tracing paper, you're going to divide it into the number of spaces that you'll need evenly. We're doing a little math. Then you can use your fingers to adjust what size your emoji should be to fit into each even space. I'm working on that pig emoji right now and trying to get the size perfect. Even though it overlaps into the next frame, it's okay because I know that there's a lot of space in between those two emojis and I can make it smaller. You're going to very gently with the pencil trace over your emojis, outlining and getting any important details on the inside. You don't just want the outlines. Once that's done, you'll get your metal and your tracing paper. You'll flip both of them over so that you create a mirror image. You do not want your emoji to be backwards. We want it to read from left to right. So we are going to emboss in the back of the metal and on the back of the tracing paper to make sure that your emoji stands out. You'll press relatively lightly with your pencil and make your first embossing layer or impression with your emojis. The next step is you're going to paint your copper side of your foil all black. Make sure you get in all the cracks between your emojis. When this dries, we'll then be able to add more embossing to make your emojis really stand out. When you come back to art, we're going to lay your copper side down on a pile of fabric. Then you're going to use a ballpoint pen to really push into the back of the emojis. You're going to do this a few times. The goal of this is to get the emoji really popping out or really embossed into your metal. If you want, this would be a great time to add any symbols or drawings around the outside. Keep them small and tiny like I did for my model, but you can use some of the drawing reference sheets to show different Paleolithic or cave drawing symbols. When all of your embossing is done, it's time to burnish the metal using steel wool. You'll take a handful of steel wool and firmly, but not too firmly, you will go around the whole front of your project, trying to reveal your emojis and any symbols that you also embossed into the back of your metal. You don't want to push too hard on the emojis themselves because we don't want to push them back into the metal. You worked hard to get them to pop out. So don't go too hard on those areas. However, around the outside areas where the black paint is just against the regular metal, you can push a little bit hard. You're then going to take your steel wool and cut off a small piece. This is the piece that you're going to use to go around the rest of the outside of your emojis and really make some of that copper coloring shine through the black paint. You can push hard around these areas and bring forward any of that copper color that you want. The more, the better. To finish this project, you're going to take a piece of red paper and a piece of white drawing paper. You'll split that white drawing paper up, and so it leaves torn edges. You'll then use a variety of colors of chalk pastel to create just some cavey texture. We have black, brown, light brown, and other colors available, and you're trying to just cover the whole paper. Your metal piece is going to get mounted on top of this, so you're really looking to add details around the edges of your paper. Last, you're going to take some tacky glue and you're going to put it around the outside edge of the back of your metal. You will also put it a little bit on the inside here and there just to make sure that it really sticks. You'll then position it right in the middle of your red paper and our project will be complete. Hope you enjoyed this.